What's going on, YTBC? What's going on? I don't make too many videos, man, but I haven't been around to make videos like that. But anyways, man, enough about me. Let's talk about boxing. Man, last night we saw a fucking fight, man. Terrence Crawford destroyed Gamboa. I mean, Gamboa looked like, he looked like he couldn't even do anything, man. The dude just, from the beginning of the fight, he looked good. But then after that, Terrence Crawford took it to another level and just whooped his ass, man. A couple of things I noticed, man, when I was watching the fight is that I was thinking about too, like 50 Cent, promoter 50 Cent. What is he going to do now with Gamboa with this loss? I mean, it's not a bad loss. If you think about him going up in weight to fight this guy, I mean, maybe if he goes back down in weight, he could handle the other guys better. But what is he going to do? The only guy in his camp that deserves to be promoted now, to me, is Kirkland, the beast. Yeah, y'all know how I feel about Kirkland. That's the beast right there, man. The Mandingo warrior, which everybody is afraid of. Canelo won't mention his name. Why nobody calling Kirkland out? Anyways, man. 50 should be getting on this Kirkland shit, man. Start to get this dude some more fights. And don't take the dude after all this time off and throw him in there with some heavy names. Right now, he needs to take Kirkland, put him in with somebody, for him to get an easy fight, a tune-up fight, and then start throwing him in there. That's what he should have did with Gamboa. But 50's not a good promoter, man. He doesn't realize he doesn't know how to set things up for guys. Like, this guy's been off for about a year and a half, 2 years. You need to take this guy slowly. Bring him back up. You can't just throw him in there with a champion, bro. It doesn't work that way. But anywho, man, great fight. Gamboa did Crawford did his thing, man. And Gamboa showed a lot of heart. Hopefully he goes back down and fights people his own size. The dude is 5'5". Came in at I think below the welterweight limit. So I think he gained like 10 pounds during the fight. I think he gained 10 pounds. Crawford came in at 150 something. Crawford is 5'9", I think, 5'9", so he's a tall guy. He has room to grow. Good fight, man. But here's what I've been seeing after the fight. This is where this is gonna get good for you YTBC fans. All right. Now, for you boxing fans on the YTBC, now check this out. I'm going through some of these videos, and I'm reading some of these comments. First thing I notice people are starting to say is, Floyd is ducking Terrence Crawford. I know for you veterans, this sounds silly. People are starting to talk about how Floyd is scared of Terrence Crawford, how Terrence Crawford would whoop Floyd, and talking about, that's why Floyd don't fight black fighters, because people like Terrence Crawford would whoop his ass. And to me, this is hilarious. This is how you know some people are casual fans, man. First of all, they don't realize Floyd is fighting at 147 and 154. They don't realize that Floyd is, even though Terrence might be taller, but Floyd is a bigger guy, you're used to the bigger weight. And second, Floyd is far more skilled than Terrence Crawford. Floyd hits harder than Gamboa, smarter, faster. I don't see Terrence Crawford ever even thinking about fighting Floyd. And if he ever mentions to fight Floyd, that would be a joke. That's a joke. If he even tries to set that up, that's a joke. If Floyd ever was to even try to fight Terrence Crawford, people will call him a cherry picker, because why is he fighting this little guy? Terrence Crawford should not be mentioned in the same sentence as guys like Floyd and guys like Bradley. Terrence Crawford is not ready for those type of names. He's talking about moving up to 140. Well, sir, Mr. Crawford, if you're thinking about moving up to 140, you better watch out. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to let you know from what I seen, from what I observed in that fight, what I saw. First of all, you had the man hurt, right? The first 4 rounds, he won the first 4 rounds of that fight. Gamboa won the first 4 rounds of that fight because you were trying to figure him out. All right? I'm not saying that's a bad thing, But if you fish somebody that's a quick starter, that is going to kind of be a problem for you. Now, second, you had this man hurt. You did your thing. But my question was, what I saw was a 5'5" guy with you having the reach and height advantage was still able to tag you on the outside. You see where I'm coming from with that? This man was 5'5" and he was still able to tag you on the outside. Now, if I was you going into 140, I'd be wondering, because these guys at 140, I don't think there's a guy at 140 that's 5'5". They're all taller, almost as tall as you, almost have the same reach. And a lot of them are very accurate punchers. They're not wild. A lot of them are not wild like Gamboa. So you better be ready to get tagged. Because if Gamboa can tag you as small as he is, and as tall as you are, he can tag you, you better be ready to get tagged. People are going to start saying, oh, no, Styles make... No. This is a reach and height thing, and the guy was able to tag you. It doesn't make sense that the guy was tagging you that much in the first 4 rounds. You understand? Second, even when you had this man hurt, he had no legs. He was hurt. He had no legs. He was still able to hit you with punches that shook you, that hurt you. You even admitted to that he caught you with a punch, a good shot, while his legs were wobbly. Now, Mr. Crawford, let me say this to you. If you're thinking about moving to 140, you better realize 140 is fucking death row. I'm letting you know that. The 140 division is full of guys who can punch. Who can really punch. Not Gamboa punch. Who can truly punch. Heavy-handed guys. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you fellas this and YTBC. Do you think the shot that Gamboa caught him with that hurt him, do you think if that was Provodnikov who caught him with that shot, do you think Terrence Crawford would be standing? Forget that. Do you think from the first 4 rounds, all those shots that he was catching Terrence Crawford with, do you think if that was Provodnikov that was catching him with those shots, do you think Terrence Crawford would be standing? Let's move on. You think if Danny Garcia was catching him with those shots, you think he'd be standing? You think if Matisse was catching him with those shots, you think he'd be standing? I'm just saying, man. I think if Broner was catching him with those shots, he wouldn't be standing. To be honest with you, if Judah was catching him with those shots, he wouldn't be standing. I think all those guys hit a lot harder than Gamboa does. And you got to remember, these guys are almost his size. You know, they're almost Terrence Crawford's size. And they are bigger and stronger. I'm telling you, I think Lamont Peterson would make Terrence Crawford look really bad, man. He would beat him and make him look really bad. You gotta remember, if you look at Gamboa, this dude has no such thing as defense. Once you punch Gamboa in the face, he loses all defense. He just starts throwing punches wild. But go look at his fights. Once you hit him and he feels it, there's no more head movement. There's no more feints. He just starts throwing wild punches. Do you honestly think Terrence Crawford could outbox Lamont Peterson? I don't think so. I don't think he can fight those guys at 140. Let alone people talking about he would beat Keith Thurman. Are y'all crazy? What the hell is wrong with y'all? Putting these dumbass comments. He'll beat Keith Thurman. What is wrong with you? Wow. How's he going to beat Keith Thurman? With what? Keith Thurman will come in bigger, stronger, faster than this kid. Not only that, he has devastating power. Are you guys crazy? Keith Thurman will KO this kid within 4 rounds, man. Y'all need to stop smoking what y'all smoking, man. Talking about this guy. He got hurt by a guy who naturally fights at 126. Who's 5'5" at that. And it was still tagging him. Y'all need to quit this shit, man. Y'all need to quit this. Quit this. You understand? Y'all need to stop this mess. All right? Now, let's keep going. Y'all think he could beat Keith Thurman? How? Keith Thurman will lay this guy out within 4 rounds. He's a bigger guy, stronger guy, probably just as tall, a little taller. I think he's a little taller, longer reach. And if Keith Thurman, with any of these shots that Gamble was landing on this dude, those overhand rights from the first 4 rounds, if that's Keith Thurman within the first 3 shots, this dude is done. He is done within the first 3 shots. Oh, man, this dude is chinny. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all don't believe me. Wait, I'm going to give this dude another 3 years before he becomes he's getting knocked out almost every other fight. I'm going to give him another 3 years. Because he's going to go up to 140. He'll start fighting bums at 140. Once he steps up to the main events at 140. If those guys are not moved on to the 147, if they're still around. Once he steps up to the big dogs, the Matisses, the Danny Garcias, the Provodnikovs, the Bradleys, the one Manuel Marquez. I think Bradley and Marquez are still going to be able to fight at 140. You know, guys like that. Once he moves on to these type of guys, and these guys, and he doesn't tighten up his defense early in every fight. He's not, because he still gets hit. I mean, I don't see how these guys are not going to hit him, man. Gamboa is 5'5", people. He's 5'5" with short T-Rex arms. And was tagging him from the outside. I don't see how anybody in the 140-pound division is not going to tag this guy. And if they tag him, he's chinny. Just like they talking about Gamboa's chinny. Of course Gamboa's chinny. But Crawford is chinny as well. I seen it. He's like, oh, he caught me with a good shot. Well, his legs were gone when he caught you with that good shot. You know what I'm saying? He had no legs. He was still stumbling around when he caught you with that good shot. So you think guys like Provodnikov, heavy-handed guys like that, when they catch you early on, and Provodnikov catches people early on in fights. You think if he catches you early on, and just like Gamboa did, you think you be standing? That dude is not going to be at 140 dominating 140. If I was him, I stick to 135 and clean out that place and be the man at 135 and stay there in my career, man. Unless his chin gets better, I don't see how he's going to do it at 140. And those guys at 140 are killers over there too. And 147, oh no. I don't know what he's going to do at 147. He might as well, if he's going to take that chance, take it with 140, but do not take no chances at 147. Guys who come from these small weight classes, who can get hurt at these small weight classes, should not move up in those into the two divisions up. The power difference is huge. It's huge. Broner had to learn that the hard way. People don't understand the power difference is huge coming from 135 to 147. It's a big difference. It's a humongous difference. Oscar De La Hoya had to learn it too when he fought Bernard Hopkins. It's a big difference when you go up 2 weight classes, man. When somebody 2 weight classes above you and you're fighting this dude. These type of guys will hurt you. With just body shots, little punches will hurt you. It's a big difference, man. That's why they talk about Cotto, Bradley. It's not the same thing. If Cotto is fighting Bradley, if Bradley's fighting Cotto, he better make sure that fight is at 147. Because if it's a 154 fight, then Bradley is getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, people need to realize, man, these weight classes are there for a reason, man. They're there for a reason. And this dude is getting hurt by a guy who was naturally a 126 pounder. Him going to 140, that's a little risky there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's risky. But 147, he has no chance in hell in 147. People are gonna call me a hater. They're gonna say all the things they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, oh, you hating. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what y'all think. But I don't think this dude going up in weight fighting these guys on death row over there at 140, these top 10 guys. I don't think that's gonna help him. I don't see him I don't even see him out boxing Algieri. Just to be honest with you. Anyways, man, I'm out. Peace.